सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Page 102, first paragraph, last 3 lines. अतः सत्त्वगुणः प्रकाशस्वभावः एवं भूतसत्त्वगुणप्रधानमायायां प्रतिफलितचैतन्याभासरूपेश्वरस्य स्वविषये विषयान्तरे वा नैवावरणं सम्भवति तस्मादीश्वरो नित्यमुक्तः सर्वज्ञश्च भवति। We are seeing Chit Chaturvidya Prakriya, in which 4 topics are discussed with 4 types of examples. Akasha Drishtanta at micro level and macro level, Ghatakasha, Jalakasha, Meghakasha and Mahakasha. With these 4 examples, Nischala introducing the Dashtanta. Similarly, in Atma Vichara also, we have to understand 4 topics. Who is Jiva, Jiva Swarupam, and Kutastha Swarupam, Ishvara Swarupam, and Brahma Swarupam. 4 topics we have to study and understand. Very important portion in Vedanta. One cannot have any choice with regard to this. In any topic there is no choice, but there are some topics, strictly speaking, they are unavoidable. You cannot avoid these topics. You have to understand there is no other way out. To have that Jnanam, to claim I am Brahman, that Jnanam. Therefore, after completing that Jiva Swarupam and Kutastha Swarupam, now we are seeing the Ishvara Swarupam. Who is Ishvara? Who is this God whom we are worshipping? This Ishvara's nature, Shastra presents just as the Jiva is mixture of RC, RM and OC. Similarly, Ishvara is also a mixture. Ishvara is also a mixture that Atma Chaitanyam reflects at a total level and form the Chidabhasa, and Maya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam Chidabhasa, Karana Prapancha, Virat Sthula Prapancha, Hiranyagarbha, Sukshma Prapancha, and Ishvara, Antaryami, the Karana Prapancha, with reflected consciousness. How this Ishvara is omniscient, omnipotent, that Ishvara's nature is described. Later, the difference between Jiva and Ishvara also presented in the next paragraph. Now we are seeing the Ishvara's nature, Ishvara's sarvajnatvam, how Ishvara has got that omnisciency. We say Ishvara knows everything all over. He knows my thoughts, he knows what I want, he knows everything. Like that we say. How he knows? What way he knows? How is it possible? Why Jiva I am not knowing? Why Ishvara alone knows? Simple. Shastra is the only answer for all these questions. Vedanta says you understand Ishvara's nature and Jiva's nature and their contrast. Study also if you do, you understand. So in this portion, we saw tataha eva ishvaraha nityamuktaha iti uchyate. So up to here we saw in the middle, ataha eva janma maranadi bandha pratitirasya nasti. In the last class, I said that Ishvara is free from janana, marana, adipadat, vyadhi, jara, etc. Bandha, pratiti, bondage is not there. Since bondage is not there, Ishvara need not get moksha. Therefore, janma maranadi bandha pratitihi, that is not there in Ishvara. Tataha eva. Therefore, because of this reason only, Ishvaraha ever liberated, nityamuktaha iti uchyate, in the middle of the paragraph. Nityamuktaha is in Ishvaraha, nityamuktaha is in bold letters, you can see. So Ishvaraha is eternally liberated one. Ishvara was free, Ishvara is free, Ishvara will be ever free. So nityamuktaha, eternally liberated one, Ishvara iti uchyate. We all know that if Ishvara is also having bondage, we need not worship such Ishvara, because we are all samsaris, he is also samsari. Where is the question of sharing our problems to him? If we want to share our problems, he will share his problems with us, if Ishvara is samsari. Therefore, since Ishvara is nityamuktaha, Ishvara is not having any janana marana, samsara, and any vikara also he is not having. That means asti jayate varthate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati. All vikaras are not there in Ishvara. Up to here we saw in the last class. Kincha Ishvaraha sarvajnaha. Not only that, moreover, Ishvaraha is all-knower, omniscient. Jiva is pervascient. Tasya upadhibhuta mayayaha. How Ishvara is sarvajnaha? Acharya explain here. Tasya, of that Ishvara's upadhi, medium, upadhibhuta mayayaha shuddha sattva guna pradhanatvad asya sarvagnatva siddhi. Very important. God is all-knower because tasya upadhi. What is the upadhi? Medium. Upadhi bhuta mayayah. That is Maya is the medium for Ishvara. Ishvara means Brahman is having the medium called Maya. Maya has got three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Even though three gunas are there, shuddha sattva guna pradhanatvad. Since Ishvara is having that Maya along with Sattva Guna Pradhana. Shuddha Sattva means purely Sattva Guna only. Pradhanam, predominantly. Pradhanatvat means predominantly. Predominantly Suddha Sattva, pure Sattva Guna alone is predominantly there for Ishvara. Asya Ishvarasya Sarvagnatva Siddhi. Therefore he is able to have that. He can endowed with Sarvagnatvam. That is possible. How this Shuddha Sattvam, if you say, there is Ashuddha Sattvam also there. Is it mean? Shuddha Sattva Guna Pradhana you are telling. How you can explain this? Swapratibandha Pratibandhaki bhuta rajastamasi abhibhuya swayam tabhyam anabhibhutaha yaha sattvagunaha tasya shuddha sattvam ityakhya. What do you mean by shuddha sattvam? Shuddha sattvam means that sattvam which is not covered by, dominated by, concealed by tamoguna and rajoguna. When in three gunas that Shuddha Sattvam is not covered or concealed, Shuddha Sattva Guna na abhibhuya. So anabhibhuya is there. So anabhibhuya means not concealed, not covered. Ishvara himself is using that Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Ishvara himself using that Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Ishvara is not controlled by Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. Therefore, Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti are controlling the Jiva alone, not Ishvara. Swapratibandhiki bhuta rajastamasi. Rajastamasi, both these gunas, rajascha, tamascha, rajastamasi, dvitiya, dvivachanam. These two are swapratibandhaki bhuta, they are controlled by abhibhuya. That means Ishvara is controlling Sattva Guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Swayam, he himself, Tabhyam, with them, Anabhibhuya, not concealed. He make use of them, their Shakti for Vikshepa, creation, and their Avarana Shakti. Tamoguna is Avarana Shakti. Rajoguna is Vikshepa Shakti. He uses them. Swayam tabhyam anabhibhuya bhutaha. He is not concealed by them. He is not overpowered by them. He is not controlled by them. That Sattva Guna. That Sattva Guna which is not covered by, concealed by these two gunas. Sattva Guna is in the first stage. Sattva Gunaha tasya Shuddha Sattvam iti akhya. That Sattva Guna is called Shuddha Sattvam, which Sattva Guna is not overpowered by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So, what is the nature of that Shuddha Sattvam? Sattva Guna deva Jnanam utpadyate. Because of that Sattva Guna alone, Jnanam emerges out, utpadyate. Ataha Sattvagunaha Prakāṣa-svabhāvaha. Sattva-guna is of the nature of effulgence, illumination. Here Prakāṣa-svabhāvaha. Svabhāvaha means is of the nature of. Prakāṣaha, illumination, brightness. You should not take literally. Brightness, illumination means what exactly? Brightness, illumination means in whose presence all knowledge is available. Sattva-guna, Prakāṣa-svabhāva. When you have Sattva-guna, you can have knowledge. Knowledge is always gives a lot of information about many things. Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Rajoguna karmendriya pradhanam. When Rajoguna karmendriya pradhanam is there in a person's life, he cannot give time for scriptural knowledge. Pramana operation will not take place. Pramanam doesn't work in a Rajoguna dominated mind, hyperactive mind. Shastra Pramana will not function. Tamoguna Pradhana person is always lazy and drowsy. In his case also Shastra Pramanam cannot be operated. It will not function. Therefore, Sattva Gunam only Shastra Pramanam functions. That's why Prakasha Svabhavaha. Evam Bhutaha Sattva Guna Pradhana Mayayam. Such Maya, which Maya Sattva Guna has no concealment of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, Pratiphalita Chaitanya Abhasa Rupa Ishwarasya. So Ishvara is none other than RM, RC and OC. So OC original consciousness, RC reflected consciousness, Abhasa, Pratiphalita Chaitanya Abhasa, Chidabhasa. Maya is the medium, RM, Sattva Guna Pradhanam, Maya, in Ishvara's case, with Chidabhasa plus OC. So Vishaye Vishayantareva Naivavaranam Sambhavati. This is important. Swavishaye means Paravidya, regarding his Nirguna Swarupam. Vidyantareva, Vishayantareva, regarding with his Saguna Rupam, Aparavidya. Paravidya and Aparavidya. Nirguna Rupam and Saguna Rupam, both are not avaranam naiva sambhavati. There is no concealment. Bhagavan knows his nirgunam Brahman nature. Bhagavan knows his saguna form also. Naiva avaranam sambhavati. Tasmat, therefore, Ishvara is Nitya Muktaha. So the above said lines are the reasons how Ishvara is ever liberated. Nitya Muktaha and Sarvajnaha cha bhavati. Ishvara is all over also. Ishvara is ever liberated also because of Shuddha Sattvam. Shuddha Sattvam is that which is not covered by, dominated by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. This is about Ishvara's nature. Now, next paragraph I will read. Further continuation of Ishvara Swarupam only. Jiveshwarayoho adhisthana bhutam shuddha chaitanyam bandha mokshadi nikhila bheda shunyam sat आकाशवदेकरसस्वभावं तयोरुभयोरपि वर्तते बन्धमोक्षादिस्तु आभासांशे एव अधिष्ठाने चैतन्ये तु आभासस्य भ्रान्त्या प्रतीयते तस्मात् केवलाभासे एव बन्धमोक्षादिव्यवहारः. Now, where is this bandha, bondage, and where is this moksha? What is the reason for this bandha and moksha? That is also given here. Jiva Ishvarayoho adhisthana bhutam shuddha chaitanyam. Original nature of Ishvara and Jiva, both of them is the same. That is pure Chaitanya, pure consciousness, OC. Bandha mokshadhi nikhila bheda shunyam. That OC, the Chaitanyam, or pure consciousness, is free from bondage, bandha, and moksha, liberation. There is no bandha, bondage, and moksha in nikhila bheda shunyam. Even all other differences are also not there in Shuddha Chaitanyam, of whom Jiva and Ishvara. In Jiva also three components are there. Ishvara is also three components are there. In three components, RC, RM, OC, RC, RM are not belong to really Ishvara. The OC alone is Atma Chaitanyam, Shuddha Chaitanyam, that is not having any bondage and not required moksha. When there is no bondage, na nirodho, na chotpattihi, na baddho, na cha sadhakaha, na mumukshur navai muktaha ityesha paramarthata. In Mandukya Upanishad, Visa, 2nd chapter, 32nd verse. Therefore, in Atma Chaitanyam, Bandha and Moksha and other, Nikhila, all differences, Shunyam, Sat, being bereft of all these differences. Akashavat, like space, Akasha. Just as Akasha is not having any differences. Eka rasa swabhavam, one homogeneous nature, that is Shuddha Chaitanyam of OC, of Jiva and Ishvara. Tayoho ubhayoho api vartate. Tayoho ubhayoho means of that Jiva and Ishvara. Because the content of Jiva and Ishvara, originally both of them are Shuddha Chaitanyam. Therefore, ubhayoho, Jiva Ishvarayoho api tayoho vartate eva. Kim vartate? Akashavat ekarasa swabhavam vartate. Both are one and the same. That is why we are able to say Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. That is possible. Otherwise, where is Sarvajnaha, omniscient? Where is perviscient, all knower? He is, I am, not all knower. How can I say I am Ishvara? No. From the standpoint of Chaitanyam, I am Ishvara only. From OC standpoint, we are both are one and the same. Janma mokshadistu, bandha moksha, bandha, bondage and moksha, both are abhāshamse eva. So that amsha, RC amsha, abhāsh amshe eva, that bondage and liberation both are only with regard to abhasa. Abhasa means only to RC. RC is formed because of RM, therefore RM also included. RC, RM have bandha problem, therefore they need moksha also. So Ishvara use avarana shakti and vikshepa shakti. So voluntarily at the time of pralaya he withdraws. That is the Ishvara's sarvajnatvam. Therefore amsha, that is the abhasa amsha eva. Adhisthane chaitanye tu abhasasya bhrantya pratiyate. Here you have to do anvaya this way. Abhasasya tu adhisthana chaitanye bhrantya pratiyate. They are seemingly appear because of delusion, because of bhranti. They are all appearing in adhisthana chaitanyam. Really, adhisthana chaitanyam is paramarthikam, higher order of reality. This RM and RC both are vyavaharika satyam, lower order of reality, but I superimpose their bondage and liberation upon me, the Atma. I am bound, I am liberated, I am a Jnani, I am not a Jnani. All this I am, when you say, OC is there, RC is there, RM is there. Vyavaharika, RM and RC, their bandha moksha, you superimpose upon yourself OC. Without OC, there is no RC. Therefore, without your knowledge, because of ignorance, I superimpose their bandha moksha upon myself. Therefore, I say I am bound. Adhisthana chaitanye bhrantya pratiyate tasmat. Therefore, kevalabhase eva bandha mokshadi vyavaharaha. Kevalabhase means you take out the OC, only bandha moksha are in abhasa only. Really speaking, when you do bhagatyaga lakshana, in OC we take out and RC RM we falsify. That time you recognize I am OC. I was OC, I am OC, I am ever OC only. RC RM are my glories, my vibhuti. But we have to study so much to understand this. So much means how much, Swamini? So much. How much you want, you need. How much you have to eat and how much you feel hungry, that much you have to eat. Like that here also. So Karana Shariram and Chidabhasa of Jiva alone are Baddhaha and Muktaha, as it were. Allah as it were. So liberated Muktaha relevant to some this Karana Shariram and Chidabhasa only. They are not who are bound, for them only they are relevant. Once you understand I am not bound, it is not relevant. That is why na muktir nami dvesharaho nami lobhamoho madhu naiva, everything we are negating in that nirvana shatkam. That is why in Chaitanyam Adhishtanam I OC who am not having any bandha moksha. This RC bondage and RC moksha are transferred to me. Okay, I am liberated. That statement is also not correct exactly. I am bound also not correct. So finally, this is senior students ki teaching actually. You are all senior students, I hope so. Now next page 103. Now Nischala Dasa is consolidating the whole thing. What is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara? He is bringing very important portion, significant portion. We don't find anywhere this much elaborate explanation. Now I'll read. Tatrapi sthetavan vedaha yasminnābhāse swarūpāvaranamasti tasminneva bandhaha yatra tannāsti satu mukta eva ishvare avarana-bhavādeva sa nitya muktaha जीवेतु आवरण सत्वात् सह बद्धः यतो यस्या अविद्यायाः अंशे प्रतिबिम्बितस्य चिदाभासस्य जीवत्वं भवति तस्या अविद्यया आवारकत्वं स्वभावः यद्यपि एकस्यैव वस्तुनो माया अज्ञानम् अविद्या इत्यादि नामानि तथापि तस्यैव शुद्धसत्त्वगुणप्रधानत्वात् माया इति मलिनसत्त्वगुणप्रधानत्वात् च अज्ञानम् अविद्या इति च व्यवहारः rajastamo gunabhyam api abhibhutah sattvaguno malina sattvaguna ityuchyate rajastamo gunadhikyadeva avidya स्वप्रतिबिंबित जीवरूप चिदाभासांशस्य आवरणं करोति अतएव जीवो बद्धो न ईश्वरः सर्वाधिष्ठानभूत शुद्ध चैतन्य सहितः माया प्रतिबिंबिता चिदाभास रूप ईश्वरः तत्पदवाच्यर्थः केवलाधिष्ठान शुद्ध चैतन्यं तत्पदलक्ष्यार्थः ईश्वरो जगदुत्पत्ति स्थिति संहारान् करोति इति शास्त्रोक्तेरयम् अभिप्रायः अधिष्ठानभूत शुद्ध चैतन्यम् आकाशवद असंगं माया प्रतिबिंबित चिदाभासांशः जगदुत्पत्त्यादिकं करोति सर्वज्ञत्वादि गुणोऽपि तस्यैव भक्तानुग्रहादि कर्तृत्वम् ऐश्वर्यान्तरमपि तस्यैव चिदाभासांशस्य चैतन्यस्वरूपं तु एकरसं सर्वसमं तस्मिन् सत्ता स्फूर्ति प्रदत्वमन्तरा अन्यद् ऐश्वर्यादिकं न किञ्चिदपि उपपद्यते इति. With this paragraph, Ishvara Swarupam is completed. What is Malina Sattvam is explained here. How Jiva is Baddhaha and Jiva is having that Malina Sattvam is now the contrast study between Jiva Swarupam and Ishvara Swarupam Bheda. Ishvara Swarupa, Jiva Swarupa Bheda is given here. So in Advaita Vedanta, we accept Jiva Ishvara Aikyam also. In Advaita Vedanta, we accept Jiva Ishvara Bheda also. How can we accept both? Happily we can accept Jiva Ishvara Aikyam from Paramarthika Drishtya, we accept. Jiva Ishvara Bheda, difference between the individual and Ishvara, Jiva and Ishvara, individual level and total level, both are different from Vyavaharika Drishti. So these standpoints, both are different. That is why Shankaracharya is able to write Shivananda Lahari, Saundarya Lahari, and so many stotrams. All are talking about what? Dvaitam. Full of Dvaitam. And he writes Shivananda Lahari 100 slokas. Saundarya Lahari, so many other stotrams. Full and fully he worshipped Devi and Shiva. These are all Bheda Stuti. Bheda Stuti. Same Shankaracharya writes about Abheda in Brahma Sutra Bhashyam, Upanishad Bhashyam, and so many other Vedāntic Prakaraṇa-granthas. He writes that Abheda also, Aikyam also. Both are possible, acceptable for us. That is why when many people have a difficulty in understanding Vedanta. How can you say so? In Visishta Advaitam, they say, I am Dasaha. In Dvaita philosophy and Visishta Advaitam and all, they say, I am Dasa, Bhagavan is Swāmī. I am Anathaha, Bhagavan is Anathanatha. Like that they have that bhava. Naichya bhava. Naichya bhavam, if you have, it is good, they say. Lifelong you can have Naichya bhava. But we don't accept. As long as you need to refine your mind, you require Naitya Bhava, be the Dasa like. Once you are able to refine your mind, come to Vedanta. Paramarthika Satyam, to know that you have to come. So, Nichasya Bhavaha, Naitya Bhavaha. The putting oneself, putting down oneself. I am useless, I am nothing, I am only Bhagavan is everything, I am and always be a servant of God. They are happy with that. That is why that is also, we also accept for some time. For Chitta Shuddhi, you require that. Therefore, Tatra Api. Tatra Api means with regard to Jiva Ishvara topic also, Tatra Api Asti Etavan Vedaha. Etavan, this much difference is there. I have given what is Jiva Swarupam, what is Ishvara Swarupam, but there is some difference is there between both of them. What are those differences? Yasmin Abhase, in which RC reflected consciousness, Swarupa Avaranam Asti, there is Avaranam, concealment of OC. In that Chidabhasaha, Tasminneva Bandhaha, in which Chidabhasa there is concealment, that in that Chidabhasa alone there is bondage. Swarupa Avarana means OC Avaranam. OC is covered. Those who never come to Vedanta and study Vedanta, they don't understand OC, what is OC, what is RC, what is RM. They don't understand. For all of them, that OC is not known, that is word is Swarupa Avaranamasti. Before you are coming to Vedanta, do you know that what is OC, original consciousness? What is the nature of original consciousness? Sattu theriyadu, Chittu theriyadu. What is Sattu, what is Chittu? We never knew that. After coming to Shastra only, we come to know. Therefore, Swarupa Avaranamasti. That Ajnanam, concealment is there for that Chidabhasa, that Ajnani Jiva Chidabhasa. For him, Tasminneva Bandha. To that person only bondage, not for all Vicharasagara students. Can I say that? I can. Yatra tan nasti satumuktaha eva, yatra, in whom in which jnani, tan nasti means avaranam nasti. When avaranam nasti, kutra chidabhase. Once that mind, the jiva, the RC and RM, in that buddhi, the knowledge takes place, claim that I am OC. Avarana gone. Avaranam nasti. Tan nasti means avaranam nasti. Therefore, bandhaha nasti. Therefore, what? Satu muktaha eva. That person is liberated. Muktaha eva. Ishvare avarana abhavadeva. In Ishvara, there is no avarana. There is no concealment. There is no ignorance of OC. Avaranam nasti. Avarana abhava means absence of concealment, absence of veiling. Of whom? OC. Ishvara knows I am OC. That's why Lord Krishna always prahasan niva bharata, always smiling face. Arjuna is sad, Lord Krishna is smiling. How is it possible? Possible. Then Rama was crying, Swamini, when she went, Sita went to forest. Only action, that is. Okay. As in human form, he shows that. Okay. Ishvare avarana abhava deva saha nitya muktaha. He is ever liberated. Because Ishvara knows I am OC. I was OC, I am OC, I ever will be OC. Ishvara knows. That's why Ishvara and Jnani both are not different. That is why Lord Krishna said in 12th chapter of Bhagavadgītā, Jnani tu atma iva me matam. You can remember that sentence here. Jnani is claiming that I am OC. Ishvara also knows ever, all the time. Jive tu, in Jiva, individual, Ajnani Jiva, Avarana Sattvat, that OC is covered, not attending the class, not studying, dedicated to the Shastra study, therefore OC is covered. That's why Saha Baddha, non-Vedantic person. After coming to Vedanta also, either for Kalakshepam, some people study Shastra. For they are also Baddha only. So Saha, that person whose OC is concealed, means what? Who is not exposed to that Bhagavadgītā study thoroughly, who is not dedicated, committed to Prakaraṇa-granthas study, Upaniṣadic study, that person has to go along with the bandhatvam. What is bandha? You know that janana marana samsara chakram. I am sukhi, I am dukhi, I am ragi, I am dveshi, all these will come. Okay, baddha. Yataha. Yataha. Because of this reason, yataha, yasyaha avidyayaha, this jiva is avidya, means because of ignorance. Avidyayaha amshe. In that ignorance amsha, pratibimbitasya chidabhasasya jivatvam bhavati. Jivatvam means limitation, finitude. Jivatvam means limitation, finitude. In that jivasa chidabhasa, chidabhasasya jivatvam. Chidabhasa means ahankara, ahankara means jiva. So jivatvam, finitude. In that chidabhasa, that which is pratibimba chaitanyam, which is and that avidyayaha amshe, that means ignorance is there. Tasyaha avidyayaha avarakatvam swabhavaha. That avidya swabhava is what? Avarana. Avarana means a concealment, covering. It is concealed. It is its nature. Concealment is the nature of avidya. Therefore, yadyapi ekasyaiva vastunaha maya. Now you see another important statement here. Even then, vastu is same. Vastu means here maya, ajnanam, avidya, ityadi namani tathapi. Even though maya is equal to avidya, avidya is equal to ajnanam, both are synonyms. Three names are synonyms only. Tathapi, even then, tasyaiva shuddha sattva guna pradhanatvat maya iti. Why three names? Ishvara, maya sahitam brahma we say. For jiva, maya sahitam brahma we don't say. Why? Maya at total level. Individual level, avidya upadhi. Ishvara is maya upadhi. Therefore, maya upadhitvat. Maya is shuddha sattvam. Shuddha sattva guna pradhanatvat maya. At total level, maya upadhi Ishvara is having shuddha sattva guna pradhanatvat maya. We give the name. Malina sattva guna pradhanatvat cha ajnanam. Ajnanam avidya iti cha vyavaharaha. Now you can get clarity here. See, what is the difference between avidya, ajnanam and maya? Beautiful presentation, you see. Ajnanam, ignorance. Avidya, ignorance. Both are different from maya, little bit. Even though originally all are same only, Ishvara upadhi is maya, jiva upadhi is avidya, because shuddha malina sattvam, shuddha sattvam maya, we give the name namani. Nama is there. If malina sattvam, rajoguna, tamoguna, that malina sattvam is there in jiva, therefore that pradhanam, predominant, therefore ajnanam is the name. Avidya is the name. That is the upadhi, our upadhi. Our upadhi means our medium. That is the idea. Iti uchyate. Iti vyavahara. Vyavahara means we make use of it. Tattvameva tvameva tat. That is Vachyartha Lakshyartha is telling now. Iti Malina Sattva Guna Pradhanatvacha Ajnanam Avidya iti Vyavaharaha. Rajastamo Guna Gunabhyam Abhibhutaha Sattva Marina Sattva Ityuchyate. That Sattva which is Abhibhutaha, overpowered, Abhibhutaha, because of Rajastamo Gunabhyam, Rajoguna and Tamoguna, when they are dominant, Sattva is covered. Once you come to the class and study, your Sattva become brighter and brighter and brighter. Like goldsmith clean the gold, remove the dirt. Already existing shining comes out. Like that. That is what a Vedanta teacher does. Removes the Rajoguna, Tamoguna, have to become feebler and feebler and feebler. Ade periya job teacher ke. Shastra also, a teacher means Shastra helping us to remove our Rajoguna, Tamoguna. That is why student first when it comes to the class, they don't understand properly. Because of Rajasic mind, restlessness, lot of preoccupations in the mind, are sleeping in the class. Many times they sleep drowsy. Lot of time they don't focus on the subject because of Rajoguna, Tamoguna. So Pramana won't work there. Body present, I am here, but I don't hear. Like that it happens. Even this online class also, I do not know how many of you are attentively listening or not. At least in direct class I can know who is sleeping, who is not sleeping. I do not know which position you are sitting, how you are listening, with book or without book, or you are writing or not writing, who knows? So Bhagavan only knows. Okay, that is why teacher is not going to lose anything. How attentive you are, how dedicated you are, how committed you are, that much benefit you will get. That's all. As the patram, though so much water will come. Okay, as you carry the patram, that much water only. Similarly, your preparation also. That's why Shastra also helpless. Guru also helpless. However much great Guru, however much great text Guru is teaching, unless I am ready, total dedication, total commitment, okay, not casual study, okay. So what? Itya namani ajnanam vyavaharaha over. Rajastamo gunabhyam abhivutaha sattvagunaha malina sattvagunam ityuchyate. What is malina sattvam? We are all having malina sattvam. Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna always there. But what type of Sattvaguna we have? Either Rajoguna dominant or Tamoguna dominant. In some students, Rajoguna is dominant. In spite of studying lot of time, Vedanta, they always interested in lot of social service, this activity, that activity, they are happy in doing that. What to do? We have to allow them to do that. That is why Pujya Dayānanda Swamiji started aim for seva. Aim for seva, at least do something good for the society. In spite of coming to Vedanta class, he is always interested in doing a cleaning. That's why in ashrams also, they give lot of work to people to do service activities, because the Rajoguna has to be exhausted. Even in our classes also, in spite of they are coming to the classes, it is not so easy. You cannot just remove the Rajoguna and Tamoguna and make Sattva-guna. Gradually it comes. It takes its own time for them. What to do? We cannot do anything. That's why many students cannot grasp the teaching. They are other than Shastra study, they cannot focus because it is so difficult for them. Like Upaniṣads, if you listen, my God, that is very difficult, Swamini, I cannot grasp, it is very difficult. Why? Mind is Rajasic. If it is Sattvic, Kaivalya Upanishad, Keno Upanishad, every Upanishad is like a halwa. How many times I listen, I want to listen. That is the state of mind of Sattva Guna. Rajoguna people accept Shastra, they do everything to the Guru, except studying Shastra. They serve Guru and they are always with the Guru, but they are not interested in studying Shastra. So what Guru can say? Go away from me, and we cannot say, or she cannot say. Guru also gives time, margin. Let him or her take time, how much time it will take. Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Abhibhutaha. Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Abhibhutaha. Sattva-gune, Malina Sattva, Sattva-gunam, Malina Sattva-guna ityuchyate. See, Malina Sattva-guna. It is covered by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Rajastamo-guna-adhikyadeva avidya. What is avidya now? Maya alone is called avidya in the individual when the individual Ajnani Jiva is Raja-tamoguna adhikyam. Restlessness, disturbance, thinking about the past, worrying about the future, like that. Rajo-tamoguna. Tamoguna, eating too much, overweight, not able to sit in the class, not able to. Some people, they have a lot of extrovertedness. Social service, social service, social service. Lot of social service mind, they think Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. Continue. What to do? Restless mind. They need that work. Let them continue. Some of them are tamoguna because they don't take care of the body, how to eat, how much to eat, when to eat, what not to eat. All these disciplines they don't follow. Body health they never bother. So what is the use of yoga? Yoga and all not required. Vedanta studies okay for me. They don't bother about the Ashtanga Yoga Abhyasa and all. So, and eating everything, tongue control is difficult, talking tongue, eating tongue, therefore drowsy, sleepy. What to do? That's why Tamoguna, Rajoguna very, very powerful. Sattva-guna people are very less. Sattvic people, Sattvic mind people, Shuddha Sattva mind alone, that person alone can get Jnana, not anyone. Okay. Very, very powerful statements Nischala Dasa presenting here. We have to be, we have to accept him. Rajastamo gunadhikyadeva avidya swapratibandha jiva rupa chidabhasamsya avaranam karoti. That is called avaranam. Dukhi, ragi, sukhi, bhayam, all these come for this person only. Swapratibambita, Pratibhimbita Jiva Rupa, that RC reflected consciousness Chidabhasa, in that Jiva Avaranam Karoti. What? Rajoguna, Tamoguna, dominant Sattva-guna, that Sattva-guna cannot clearly show that OC. It covers the OC and RC, RM both are dominant by this Tattva Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Atayeva Jivaha Baddhaha na Ishvaraha. Jiva is bound because of this reason alone, but not Ishvara. Very beautiful presentation. Ishvara is not Baddhaha because Shuddha Sattva. That's why Ahara, Krishna said Sattvika Ahara. How many of you are eating Sattvika Ahara? Tell me. Sattvika Ahara, I told you, it's very, very difficult. Yukta Ahara Viharasya, Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu, Yukta Swapnama Bodhasya. Beautiful shloka. Every day we have to study. That one, another one also, Sattvika Aharam. Sattvika Aharam. What is not Sattvika Aharam? Katvam Lalavanat Yushna Tishna Rushna Vidahinaha. I am reading that because you all eat. So many people love salt, mirchi, masala, and all shadruchis. That's why Krishna said Sattvika Ahara, Sattvika Shraddha, Sattvika, everything Sattvika, Sattvika, Sattvika. 17th chapter, how to always revise. Why I am talking about this? Sattva guna comes because of sattvika ahara, sattvika shraddha, sattvika tyaga, sattvika tapas, all sattvika. Without that sattvika, very difficult to come out of this rajoguna and tamoguna. Ataha eva jivaha baddhaha na ishvaraha. Sarva adhisthana bhuta shuddha chaitanyam sahitaha maya pratibimbita chidabhasa rupaha ishvaraha tatpada vachyarthaha. Now up to here, Shuddha Sattvam, what is Malina Sattvam? Malina Sattvam is the cause of bondage. Shuddha Sattvam is the cause of liberation. That topic is over. In the same paragraph, Tatpada, we are analyzing Ishvara Swarupam. Ishvara means what? Tatpada. Tat means that. Tatpada Mahavakya, Tatutvam Asi, you are that. That means Ishvara, Paramatma. So, Tatpada here, Tatpada Vachyartha, Lakshartha is presenting. In Tvampada also we saw in Jiva Swarupam. Similarly, here also he is going to say about that Vachyartha of Ishvara. What do you mean by general meaning of Ishvara? General meaning, God. Who is God? Sarva Adhisthana, Sarvadhisthana Bhuta Shuddha Chaitanya Sahita. So Shuddha Chaitanya, pure OC, which is the Adhishtanam, substratum of everything, plus Maya, Maya means Aryam, plus Pratibimbita Chidabhasa Rupa, RC, reflected consciousness. So OC plus RM plus RC. Ishvaraha, Tatpada Vachyarthaha, Ishvaraha, that is who that is the meaning of Ishvara. Ishvara is equal to RM, RC and OC total level. Ishvaraha, that is the general meaning, Tatpada Vachyarthaha, that is the meaning of that word. That is the meaning of that word in Mahavakya, that. Ishvaraha, Tat Pada Vachyarthaha. Kevala Adhisthana Shuddha Chaitanyam Tatpada Lakshartha. Ishvara's word, pronoun, we use Tat. Tat, that, Mahavakya. Tat, Kevala Shuddha Adhisthana. Kevala Adhisthana Shuddha Chaitanyam, OC. You do Bhagatyaga Lakshana, RM and RC you keep aside mentally, intellectually. Bhagatyaga Lakshanaya, Jahal Lakshanaya, Kevala Adhisthana Shuddha Chaitanya, pure OC, Tatpada Lakshartha. That is the implied meaning of Ishvara. Just as Jiva also, that is Kevala Adhisthana Shuddha Chaitanya is Tvampada Lakshartha. Like that here also, Tatpada Lakshartha. That is the implied meaning. Ishvaraha Jagadutpatti Sthiti Samharan Karoti. What Ishvara does? Ishvara does three jobs: Srishti, creation; Jagadutpatti, creation of this world; Sthiti, sustenance of this world; Samhara, Laya, dissolution of this world; Karoti iti. Who said? Shastra Ukta Ayam Abhiprayaha. This is the Abhipraya of Shastra. Shastra says, Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisamvishanti. So in Taittiriya Upanishad we saw. Shastra said this. Adhisthana bhuta shuddha chaitanya Chaitanyam Akashavad Asangam. This OC, Adhisthana Bhuta, substratum, the OC, the substratum of everything, pure consciousness, Suddha Chaitanyam, Akashavat, like space, Asangam, not attached to anyone, anything. So Lord Krishna says, Tasya Kartaram Apimam Vidhi Kartaram Avyayam. I do everything, Srishti Sthiti Laya. I don't do anything, Srishti Sthiti Laya. How? Vyavaharika drishtya I do, Paramarthika drishtya I don't do anything. Both are possible. Maya pratibimbita chidabhasamshaha jagadutpatti utpatyadikam karoti. That is Maya pratibimbita chidabhasa. That Ishvara in whom that Maya pratibimbam is happened, chidabhasa, that Bhagavan alone, Ishvara alone does the creation. Shuddha Chaitanyam will never do any creation. So what? Bhagavan will appear, come as an avatara. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, all are Vyavaharika. Vyavaharikam also possible in that Paramarthika Satyam, Shuddha Chaitanyam. More in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.